Alright, hello gamers. This week I thought I'd do something a little bit different. Do a video response, something I haven't done in a long time. And this one is to the most recent episode of the 16-Bit broadcast done by the 16BitBrothers. If you're not familiar with their channel, go ahead and check it out. I'll leave a link in the description below for this video. And in this most recent episode they were discussing the remastering and porting of games over to the newest consoles, the newest generation, and their thoughts on it and how they felt. And I thought this would be a great opportunity to do a video response because it's something that I've been debating and sort of complaining about to some extent myself with my friends that I game with. And you know, it's an interesting topic to bring up. It's one they addressed because they just announced, or it was leaked, that Gears of War is being remastered, which is not that old of a game, to be honest. And that's where they kind of kicked off the topic and their thoughts on it. And you know, I'm thinking about it. So the Wii is about 2 years old right now. It's been out for about 2 years. PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, year and a half or so. And the reality is that tons and tons of these games are just being remastered, definitive editions, collector's editions, ultimate editions, HD versions are being ported from last generation of these games over the newest version of the hardware. And it's gotten kind of ridiculous. I mean, it's almost to the point where a third of the library for these new systems is just ports of something you've already played. And you know, I started going through my collection, and I have this conversation all the time with my friends. I mean, with modern consoles, the main reason I'm doing it is to interact with friends. I mean, if I want to play a game on myself, it's generally going to be something that's more retro. I pretty much only buy games at this point that I want to play multiplayer. There are exceptions, of course. You know, there are games that I grab and want to do, but for the most part, the main reason I have new generation consoles is so I can play with friends. And I'm just looking through my library and the games that I'm playing on current gen right now, and you can just go through this, and I'm wondering, like, I have a hard time justifying why I spent the money on the systems, because these are games that I already owned for the most part and was playing on the previous hardware, Xbox 360 and PS3. So perfect example, Diablo 3. This is the Reaper of Souls edition. Great game, I love it. I had this on the Xbox 360. Again, Grand Theft Auto 5, love the game, it's amazing, but I was already playing this and owned a copy on the 360. I bought Minecraft because all my friends were playing it on the Xbox One. Another game just shamelessly ported over. Well, this one's on everything, so you can't really blame it on this remastering craze. And Halo Chief collection, you know, the Master Chief collection. I love Halo, you know, but this is the third copy of the original Halo that I own right now. I have the first Halo. I bought the Anniversary Edition. Now it's ported over here. I mean, this is a great collection, don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining, I'm glad they did this, but I'm just playing rehashed games. And then, you know, that's just some examples, and there are many, many more. And it has me a little bit nervous, I'll be very honest. I don't know what the future of video game is going to be. It seems like there's no originality anymore. They're just taking these games and putting a new coat of paint on them to try and make a few bucks, and not have to worry about investing a bunch of money into a new IP that might not even succeed. And you know, really, when you think about it, okay, these are just the remasterings, which I enjoy them to some extent, but I would kind of like to play a new original IP. And then you start looking at the other games that I'm playing on my PS4 and my Xbox One, and yeah, they're not ports, you know, on remasterings, but they're just sequels. Like, everything I own is a sequel. Infamous, Second Son, sequel. Killzone, Shadowfall, Wolfenstein, The New Order, Dead Rising 3, another Call of Duty, there's one every year, Dragon Age Inquisition. And, you know, a successful game deserves a follow-up. I agree. And there's series like the Call of Duty and the Assassin's Creed, and they're out every year. Assassin's Creed, multiple games in a year at some point. What is the point of that? You're just bleeding that franchise dry. It's got me really nervous for the industry, because there's no middle ground developers anymore. There's indie developers and then these AAA games, which are all sequels or these remasterings. There's no original IPs. I mean, there's a few games that sneak out. You've got your Shadow of Mordor, which is, you know, an Assassin's Creed clone, or there's Sunset Overdrive, which Sunset Overdrive, I have it. It's not a fantastic game, but it's a great start It has potential. Maybe in a couple years they can do like a legit sequel that fixes the bugs, makes it good. Destiny, I'll be honest, I've played a lot of Halo games. Destiny's just Halo to me. It's not that I don't like it. I think it's great. Love Bungie. Huge Halo fan. It was a safe game. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen with video games in the future because I feel like there's no original ideas. Nobody's willing to take risks. And I feel like the industry is going in a very bad direction, to be honest. I mean, there were remasterings in the last generation, right? I mean, there were certain games that got ported over. And then towards the second half of the generation, Sony got really into their collections, which is great. I mean, some of those games hadn't been updated to HD at all, but these games were being ported from games that already looked amazing. I mean, at the end of the last generation's life cycle, the PS3 and Xbox 360, what they were doing and what was coming out looked fantastic. And it was miles ahead of what, you know, was out on those consoles at their launch. I mean, and granted, they had 8 years to make that happen because it was an incredibly long life cycle. But I don't know, it makes me nervous that we're 2 years into a new generation almost. You know, well, with the Wii U we are, almost with the other two systems. And there's really no original IPs coming out. It's sequels to everything and remasterings and revisionings and definitive editions. And to be honest, it's kind of bullshit. And it's kind of making it hard to enjoy gaming because I don't feel like I'm getting fresh experiences anymore. I feel like I'm getting rehashed versions of games that at this point I've played many, many times. So it's got me a little worried. I hope it changes. I hope we see some companies come in and start doing some risks. Maybe they're going to do Kickstarters. I don't know. But I don't think the future of gaming looks very bright if this is all we're going to get. I mean, I really look towards the indie scene as the games that I've gotten the most enjoyment out of recently. You know, games like Limbo, Valiant Hearts, Breath of Fresh Air, I guess. More so than these AAA titles. So, I don't know. That's just my thoughts. It's just me. You know, shoot a hole in it. Leave a comment. Tell me your thoughts. I don't know. But I just wanted to respond to this one because it's a subject that I feel hits home and something I've been complaining about recently. So let me know what you think. Go ahead and check out the 16BitBrothers if you haven't already. And I will talk to you all next time.